Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. How are you all doing? We are live on Instagram. Hopefully, I can figure out once again how to see that I'm live on Insta. We're live on Instagram. I'm gonna pop over onto the X community and make sure, well, I don't want to do it that way. Hello on X. How are you all doing? We're live on Insta. Hello, YouTube, of course, and hello on Facebook. I'm so excited to see everybody tonight. Welcome. And tonight, I want to make this just kind of a general, this is kind of a check-in. It's definitely a check-in. I'm checking in on you guys, seeing how you all are doing. I want to talk about some of the topics that are happening right now. I want to talk a little bit about the hurricanes, of course. I want to talk about the YSL trial and the tomfoolery that's going on that. I want to talk about the Sarah Boone trial as well, because guys, I don't know how many you guys know I'm really kind of into this whole legal thing. But child, Sarah Boone today decided she should go on a roll the dice and be a bad bee and just not even take a 15-year. We're going to talk about that. That's just a whole level of foolishness that I cannot believe. Then we're going to talk, we'll do a few updates about the whole Diddy thing. That's getting crazy again. I want to talk a bit about Garth Brooks. And if we have time, we'll get into the election. There is just current chaos happening. Hello, somebody. Current mother trucking, mother sucking chaos is going on. And I just want to check with everybody. So, guys, drop some hearts in the chat for me, please, as you're coming on in. Come on in the room. As you're coming on in the room, hello, beautiful red violet crystals. Come on in the room. Come on. While everything is going out right now and people are finding out that we are live. Let me actually look on my own X. That's probably going to be the best place for me, isn't it? Let me go to my fern. Oh my goodness, it's finna die. It's fixing to die. Okay, all right, here we go. Hello, over here on X. Hello on Insta. Hello. It is crazy. Thank you, Red Violet, for the hearts. Hello, NPE. How are you? Victory in me. Hello, darling. Hello, lovey. If you're commenting on YouTube, I can put you up. I don't think I can do it anywhere else just yet. I really want StreamYard to be able to get that for me, or maybe somebody can help me figure out my OBS. Child, I got everything happening here. I got hair on my face. Figure out my OBS so I can get that going too. Okay, hey, EMC Experience, how are you? Welcome, everybody. I'm still letting folks come on in. We're going to talk a little bit about the hurricanes, okay? We're going to talk a little bit about the hurricanes first. I want to give you all an idea of what's happening currently. And then let's talk a little bit about Hurricane Milton as well. So actually, let's go to Milton first. Hurricane Milton. We're going to go to the tracker, and I'm going to share that screen with y'all really quick. Actually, we're going to go here. I like to go local to the local folks so I can share that information with you guys. So we're going to present this screen. Here we go. So as you guys can see, come on, be nice. Cheese and rice. Okay, as you guys can see, let me blow this up a little bit. Who do I have here in Florida? If you're in Florida, can you put me in the chat? Or can you let me know if you are in Florida? So I don't know how many of you guys realize this, and I'm gonna put some other information too. But Hurricane Milton, it's basically category 5. Here we've got this is a live video feed. Let's see what we got here. So as we can see, this is first weather warning, This is for 7 p.m. Wednesday. And I'm assuming these are wind gusts at this point, not temperatures. So we can see that this is really, it's going to be coming up through the Orlando. So Orlando, Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Ocala, Daytona Beach, that general area. You guys are really going to get hit. And I think that you all got hit once before, right? Didn't you guys get hit in Helene? So you guys, anybody in the Florida area, listen, I'm going to need you to be safe. I'm going to need you to not if this were me personally, and I can't tell y'all, I'm not one to tell you, where's my mouse? Tell y'all what to do. But I mean, if this were me, I'd be exiting stage left. Okay. Like if this were me, I would be actually evacuating. This does not look like it's going to be anything too nice. It's already, they're already saying that it's a category 5 hurricane. What I don't understand about like these listen, I am 56 years old. So I've been around for a little bit, not a long time, but a little bit of time. I've never seen a hurricanes, like they don't build them. These hurricanes today ain't built like they used to be built back in the day. Like they didn't gain steam. They didn't gain ability. Like they didn't gain momentum and gain energy when they went over land. It dissipated. So this is this is really problematic for me. Also, from my understanding, and I'm going to find it. Let's see here. Let me, hurricane, where did Hurricane Milton start? So, okay, here we go. So we'll go with this one right here. I don't know that this is entirely true, but this hurricane started here like, oh, damn it. Let me go back. I just want one map. Okay, here we go. So Hurricane Milton started, as you can see, like let me do this. It started in this corner over here, this peninsula. Forgive me, I think that's the Yucatan Peninsula. Y'all gonna stop playing with me because I am really about done. Yeah. Okay, Tulsa King, whatever. Anyway, maybe I'll see if I can find just a map of where Hurricane Milton started. I just want the map. Let me get the image. That's what I need to do. Just get an image. Here we go. Here's an image. That's a video. Is this a video or is this an image? Okay, that's an image. Okay. All right, here we go. So, pause. I swear to God, you guys, this is crazy and deranged. So this is what we're going to do. There's other ways to skin this cat. Hang on, guys. Thanks for hanging on with me. I'm going to snip this bad boy and then we're just going to look at it. Okay? Because I just don't have time. All right, we're going to stop this share. I'm going to find my snipping tool, and let's just make this bigger. Okay, we'll just save it and I'll put it somewhere else. Save. And then I'll put it in Paint since you want to be difficult. You can tell this is a one-person show, right? Because this is what we do, right? One-person show. Okay, here we go, guys. New. Open. Browse files. This capture. Okie dokie artichoke. And then we're going to make her big. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, got it. All right. Sorry, gang. Here we go. Sharing my screen. Let's talk about Hurricane Milton. I want to talk about a few things here. Oh, not that one. Share screen window. This one, share. Okay. As you can see, it started in the middle. Let me do my handy dandy red. It started in the middle of the Gulf. I don't know how many of you all have ever, like, if you've been paying attention to hurricanes at all, if you're, a person of a certain age, I am hard pressed to remember, if any, hurricanes that originated in the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, I've seen them come up and over and through the Gulf of Mexico. Let's see really quick. Do hurricanes typically form in the Gulf? Okay, frequently they say tropical storms do, seasonality, location, they can form. Well, I don't know if I've seen them often form. I just feel like the Gulf has been not like I can't remember a category 5 starting in the Gulf. I've just heard that it just doesn't feel right to me. And I could be wrong, I could be off, I could be, being conspiracy theorist, and I just need, I need to basically just be paying attention or doing whatever, but I don't know, guys. I just feel it's weird. I feel it's weird for it to like not only gain steam, but to start here in the middle, but gain steam as it's going over, right? You would think it would dissipate. It became a category 5 so fast, like almost instantaneously when it formed. It became a category 5, like that quickly. So my point is, anybody that's in this path, that is in this very, like, this is almost all of Florida that we're looking at. Like, this is like almost all of Florida. I'm sure the outskirts of this is not going to be quite as bad, but if you can, like, evacuate, get north, get out of its path, please do. Okay, please do. I want you safe. I want you secure. Let's let the storm chaser people chase the storm and let them do their job. But be safe. I am very concerned, and we will be watching closely to see what happens as a result of this hurricane. Okay, so everybody, please stay safe. All right. I want to also discuss. Oops, nope. We're going to stop that share. I want to also discuss the Hurricane Helene. Now, hey Christina, how are you, dear? Yeah, we're in Greensboro, so we are not in the wake. We were not in the wake of Helene and the worst of it. Some of you guys were here. I think it's been a little bit over a week that I did my first my first fundraiser, and I just wanted to show you guys. We did finally find someone locally for me to donate the $430 that we raised that night. It only took us like 2 or 3 hours. Really, guys, I was not even doing readings that long. So it went to one of the local, in the area, local churches. I want to tell you why it went to the local churches. I want to tell you why. What you've been hearing, that about the fact that there are issues, about the fact that there are people that are not quite being, shall we say, good. They are, you've heard about them like taking actual FEMA confiscating stuff. It's true. Like that's literally true. There's a lot of confiscation going on by FEMA. I was trying to look for some of the videos to show you. It's hard for me on the desktop to find my bookmarks, but if I can find my bookmarks, I certainly will. It's easy to find my messages, just not my bookmarks. We'll figure that out. Oh, here we go. Let me share this with you guys. So here, I want to show you this too. Let me share this with you. Settings. No, not settings. I'm going to share this. I don't know if you guys seen this. If you guys aren't following some of these people on X, listen, I'm sharing this stuff because I firmly believe that it's super, super important for us to know what's around. So here we go. I might not be able to share because I don't know what that music is, but let me rewind this and then we'll share this. So this happened earlier today. Colin Rugg posted this. Helicopter destroys Hurricane Helene recovery supplies in Burnsville, North Carolina at a distribution site. Locals say 2 black SUVs did a slow roll 45 minutes before the helicopter showed up this evening at approximately 7:18. So this very recently here on the East Coast in Burnsville, North Carolina, an unmarked helicopter flew in and attempted to destroy the distribution area that was set up by locals for locals while I was conducting a K9 security round. A different volunteer said. This was not one of our helos or helicopters. This was 45 minutes after the 2 black SUVs came by. The helicopter was unmarked. It wasn't supposed to be. We have no idea who they were, and they were masked up. So let me just play this here for you guys so you guys can see what's going on. Let me see if I can, let me close this. So as you can see, like there's this distribution center. It happened on at 10/6. So yesterday, it was unmarked. You can see it flying in, and it like came down enough so that it was like destroying everything in its wake. Okay. It's supposed to be a no fly, no drop zone. And so that's one of the things that's happening here. It flew by and hovered. They acted like they wanted to land. They were telling them no. And then, it's still, you can see it's kind of hovering down. And then they dip down and basically, just kind of like, it's just insane what's happening. So that's happening. I don't know about this one yet. I haven't looked at it. This is Springfield, Ohio. We're not going to talk about that today. This is what Bat Cave, North Carolina looks like. And this was also taken, I believe, on 10/6. This whole entire place is just destroyed. Hey, Savannah 912, how are you, dear? This place is literally just destroyed. Like that's like, that was an actual like highway, guys. Like that, what you're seeing is like an actual highway completely washed away. This is it. This is the decimation and the destruction that we're seeing. This is Marshall, North Carolina, where they have to dig themselves out. So what's happening are people are bringing like on flatbeds and stuff and like double drops and step decks, they're bringing in equipment, or there's other equipment that's there, and we're bringing in like diesel fuel and things like that to power them. But literally they're having to, this is happening in the mountains, in the Appalachians, everywhere. So like this is, they're like literally saying that they have like 7,000 people on the ground. There's not 7,000 FEMA folks here. There's just not. What else? That's a girl one. She's funny. Okay, so let me see if I can play her audio. This is really important. Here we go.
My name is Casey Webb. I'm from Swannanoa, North Carolina. I lost everything I have. I just did an inspection with FEMA last night. They told me that I was denied and post-dated my letter for the 5th of October when my inspection was done on the 4th. They have not seen receipts. They have not seen pictures or anything of the things that were in my home and denied me. We have still failed to receive a $750 check. The rooms that FEMA wants you to go stay in during the time of your disaster relief are in Newport, Tennessee, which they sent 500 people there and then it flooded. I will be in Asheville all day long. If anybody wants to link up with me and talk about what's going on, inbox me and let me know. This is disgusting. I've never seen the government fail us worse.
So when you're hearing about people, here's another one. Here we go.
We're at the airport today. Yesterday, they ran like 30 something planes, a bunch of trips up to Western North Carolina, Asheville, that whole area, wherever they can land and drop off supplies. And FEMA has flown in like 10 or more helicopters and blocked a runway here at Greenville downtown. Completely took over, or almost took over the operation, just because they're doing some good here. FEMA's going to come here and try to stop it. And they took over one of the hangars over here too. We'll show you as much as we can. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, here's the helicopters that are blocking one of the runways here at Greenville downtown.
So those are blocking runways where planes are coming in.
Helicopter pilots. And they're just sitting there doing nothing. And you have Greenville Aviation over here taking in all kind of supplies, everything that people want to drop off. There's a huge operation going on over here. Yesterday we ran about 30 something planes, or they did. I didn't fly anything, but just putting stuff in planes, taking it up to Asheville and other areas. And they came in and halted. FEMA came in and halted all that operation. And there they are, just sitting over there doing nothing. When there's thousands of pounds of supplies over there that could be taken, they're just sitting there doing nothing and blocking the runway with however many helicopters.
So I'm just wanting to show you guys that kind of stuff of what's going on here, because I know that there's been a ton of discussion about how there's these lies about illegal funding. There's been a lot of lies about FEMA, like funding illegal aliens or not funding illegals. And right here in 2022, here we go. Here's another one. In 2022, this is when they told us this is what they were doing, but I don't think any of us really thought this was really happening. So this is John Pierre.
Administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's Emergency Food and Shelter Program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants. We'll continue to do what we can as a federal government to support these cities as we rebuild our asylum processing system after it was gutted by the Trump administration. Administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate
that, oh, well, that's a lie, that it's not, that this was not something that honestly happened. It's been happening since 2022. They've been gutting FEMA to fund illegal migrancy, what they call asylum seekers. And I'm sure some of them are asylum seekers. I'm not saying that all of them are not, but I am saying when we looked at the numbers, and there was actually, we just got this off of their own website, as a matter of fact. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. So here we go with Mayorkas himself. Again, I'm just showing you guys this so you guys are aware. $650 million, and this was in May of 2023. They had allocated already at that point $650 million. We now know that it was over $1 billion that went out of the FEMA fund to what they term as migrant funding. So I just don't want you guys, like, I'm not saying anything other than the fact of we have to know what's going on. And when we did hear from the White House that Americans were going to have to fund and pull together and help one another, that's the honest to God truth. Also, I don't know if I saved this. Let me see if I saved it because that would be like me. I believe I saved the fact that this one of the same days we found out that they where the FEMA money had gone. Where is it? I don't know if I reposted it. Maybe I reposted it. $157 million had gone to Lebanon. Now, again, I don't have an issue with the fact that there's a need in Lebanon. I get it. Here we go. I reposted it on Twitter. Here we are. I come with receipts. This is directly from Secretary Anthony Blinken. He is the Secretary of State, I believe. Shows you how much I know, and I don't care. Anyway, this is directly from his Twitter account, his X account. The U.S. is at the forefront of humanitarian response to the growing crisis in Lebanon, announcing nearly $157 million in assistance today. We are committed to supporting those in need and delivering essential aid to displaced civilians, refugees, and the communities hosting them. $157 million. This was on October 4th. So this was announced on Saturday. Yeah, 4 days ago, Friday. 4 days ago, this was announced. $157 million in assistance sent overseas. Can you imagine what $157 million would have done for our own American citizens here in Western North Carolina, Eastern Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida? Right? Yes, absolutely tripping. Hey, Desiree, how are you? So again, that brings me to this next statement, guys. I'm still I'm doing fundraisers. So just so you guys know, this coming up Saturday, we're doing a 2-day summit. I just want to put this up here so you guys can have this information. I'm doing a 2-day summit and it's free, right? However, it's also VIP. So I'm going to be broadcasting it right here on YouTube. But the cool thing about it is if you go on and sign up, bear with me. I don't want YouTube to insert ads. I can't stand that when it does that. Okay. I'm not sure where I'm getting the most views from right now. So if you guys are on X and I'm seeing you, hello. I can't see the chat over in Instagram, but hopefully you're still there. I am going to be putting up, it's all in the description boxes everywhere. But we are doing a really cool fundraiser. And let me put this on the screen. This coming weekend, if you want to go to HTTP, if you go to Soulful Reconnection.net, it's a virtual summit where $20 of every VIP ticket is going to fund Hurricane Helene victims. Okay, so I'm going to scroll this across the bottom. You guys will be able to see this Soulful Reconnection. So if you go to soulfulreconnection.net, it is a virtual summit. It is also there's a free version. In order for you to get the free gifts that my speakers, there's going to be a total of 9 of us that are speaking, all from Lightworker Academy. So it's everything from like pleasure and intimacy. We're gonna have some professional development with like facilitation. We're gonna have some relationship conversations, journaling, pregnancy, postpartum, just empowerment and healing in general. So if I would love for y'all to come out and hang out with us, it is Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 5 each day, Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have it here on YouTube, and it'll also be on as many platforms as I can possibly get it. So this is, here we go. And so this is mainly for women, but men, you guys can come on too. I'm going to be talking about the evolution of empowerment, how to be peeling back the layers to release the phoenix. And then here are all the speakers that we're going to have. This is really going to be highly impactful. And we're also going to have panel discussions, guys. It's awesome. You can choose the free submission. I want you to get that ticket. That's also going to get you a backstage pass to the StreamYard webinar. So you'll be like back in the back with us and be able to be brought up on the platform as well. And then the VIP ticket, you're going to get exclusive resources, over $2,000 in free resources. You're going to get a private VIP group session with myself and Lightworker Academy, priority Q&A access, and $20 of every ticket will be donated to the hurricane, to help Hurricane Helene victims in North Carolina. So that'll be scrolling along on the bottom of the screen. It will also, the link will also be in the descriptions of each everywhere where we are at. Okay. So feel free, and there's also going to be free gifts as well, but you got to sign up to get it. Okay. You got to sign up to get it. So I'm really excited. Like, we always have great times when we do these types of events. Okay. Where do you guys want to go? They took away the only way he's able to afford certain medication. Oh, wow. We really do need to help our own people, guys. We really do need to help our own. Really and truly. Okay. Hey, over there on X, guess what I'm going to do? Here, let me type into X. Hello on X. All right. So I'm not sure. Move, honey. My cat's in the way. Okay. Let's talk YSL, shall we? Can we talk YSL? Crazy. I don't know how many of you guys have been following the YSL trial. I'm not sure how many of you have been following the YSL trial. However, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because to me, the issue that we have when we're talking about this YSL RICO trial is the fact that you have a group of men that have been in a county jail for over 2 years on a RICO trial that honestly, I don't even understand. Like, we keep looking, there's kind of a running joke about we're looking for RICO because we don't know where RICO is. We can't find RICO. Where's RICO, right? We don't understand what the issue is. We can't find the money. We can't find we just can't find anything. We have no idea why this case is even going on. They keep bringing up issues that they keep bringing up people and issues and murders and all this other stuff that these people that we see literally on trial have not even committed. We don't understand. And I think that the biggest thing for me that we're seeing is the fact that capture two, hang on one second, I'm gonna put up a picture. The biggest thing for me is that we have a situation where it appears to me that everything's run amok. You know what I'm saying? Like that the prosecution, like I don't think I've seen as so many like Brady violations. Like I just don't understand how this is even happening. I've never seen, and let me just put up their picture just to this is going to be Brian Steele. And guys, normally I'm a little bit better prepared for this than this, but here we are. It is what it is. This is Young Thug and Brian Steele, his lead attorney. They're basically the Atlanta, the DA's office, Fannie Willis's Fulton County's DA's office brought this RICO trial and these charges to basically, like, I feel like to make a name for themselves. I mean, there's been nothing. These people have been sitting in jail for like over 2 years. There's unindicted, like about 20 or so indicted co-conspirators that don't even have attorneys, because there's no money. There's no money for the attorneys. There's no money funding this. There's no money. Because they've spent all this money between this trial and then to my understanding, and other trials that are high profile trials. But you're not helping people have their fair day, and speedy trial. They're just sitting languishing in deplorable conditions, with bed bugs and other infestations. It's disgusting. And the prosecution appears to me to be just playing fast and loose with justice. Literally fast and loose with justice. So I don't understand why we're still here. I think that because this trial is being televised, we're literally seeing the breakdown of our justice system right before our very eyes. And hopefully we're seeing that justice is not evenly distributed. And it doesn't matter your skin color or not. It doesn't matter if you're FBA, ADOS, or whatever, or you're not. Like the justice system itself is broken, and we need to fix it. We honestly need some real justice reform. And we need to do it in a way that makes it equitable. And I feel very strongly holds accountable those that bring these types of charges up that are kind of trumped up. I mean, between having sergeants that are like literally having full on significant other long-term relationships with aunts of people that are now informants, and they're at the barbecue overhearing what the hell's going on. Like what? And this is how they get their information. They're not even investigating anything. They just want to put this man on trial. For what? So that they can say that they've cleaned up the streets. And yet they haven't really cleaned up anything, because crime is on the rise. So what have you cleaned up? You've done nothing. They're on a break this week. They'll be back next week. The jury will be back in. This trial is just, I don't know when it'll ever end. But I'm really concerned about the amount of like consistent Brady violations, what the DA is being allowed to get away with, and how just shady everything is going. How shady like she doesn't even really 88 love to me, and I'm not a lawyer, but I've seen enough. I know enough about the law. I know how to make like a cogent argument. Like this woman is not the least bit prepared. She just wants to throw a bunch of people up here that are all periphery to what is actually going on. To the actual, like, to these people. Like none of these people were even remotely had anything to do with any of the crimes they've been talking about. And the people that did have a lot to do with the crime, she's already given them immunity. What? Like, this is just insane. So if you haven't been watching this trial, I want you to kind of like get in and kind of just like watch. If you want to go to my good friend, you can let's see, you can go to check out, you can go to my good friend Catnut Williams. Let me pull up her YouTube channel real quick. Catnut Williams. You can go to my good friend Catnut Williams, her channel for Young Thug information. And then another one, or you can also check out Thugger Daily on X. And I think another one that I do watch is usually Cuff Boys. There's a number of folks that I watch quite a bit of. These are like kind of the main ones that I watch. So if you're really kind of interested in this kind of stuff and interested in finding out, just like following different trials, these are really awesome folks to follow. And I'll be doing another channel that'll follow these as well. But I'm very concerned that even the current judge is not, they should have been granted a mistrial like 25 times over. So I'm very concerned about that right now. I really do think that they need to be, I think this whole thing needs to be thrown out, the entire thing. Fani Willis does have someone that's running against her. She is a Republican, but she's also running, her opponent is saying that she will, upon being installed into the office, she will immediately just dismiss this whole thing. So my Fulton County folks, please go out and vote, and please just really think about what's happened and how your DA has misappropriated funds, and there's so many people that are languishing and should honestly have gone to trial by now. This is just disgusting and insane. So that's to me that some of the main questions I just have is they didn't check into, like, none of these police officers actually checked into anything, any of the stories they were hearing. They're withholding Brady information. They're just, the state's just being allowed to just keep on putting up crap for information, for evidence, like over and over and over and over. Like, it's repetitive. It's terrible. It's just ridiculous. So that's just a concern for the Young Thug trial. So watch it. And some of those things, that stuff is important. And I think we should know what's happening. All right, let's get to Diddy 120 victim. Let's talk about this. I don't know how many of you have seen this, but let's talk about what are they calling him? The diddler? I know it's disgusting, but I don't know how many of you guys know what's going on with this or you've heard this yet, but if you haven't, let me share it with you. Oh my God, close. Lawyer for Diddy accusers. Now, if you might remember, guys, there was an attorney that filed a suit that covered like 120 victims. 120 victims, some of which were minors at the time of the victimization. We're also hearing, I think I don't know if this particular victim is as a result of this, but we're going to talk about the video that's been up for sale that I believe has Justin Bieber in it, but we're going to talk about this. Go away. This is from People. Lawyer for Diddy accuser says hotline for victims received 12,000 calls in 24 hours. Tony Busby, who made the claim about the hotline, is representing 120 people accusing Sean Combs of sexual misconduct. So this is just a little bit different. So they set up a hotline, and over 12,000 people called the hotline set up for the accusers within 24 hours. I don't know how many of these are going to be found to be truthful. If we're going to go back to the 90s, Houston-based attorney Tony Busby, who had previously announced a press conference he was representing more than 100 accusers, revealed the large number of hotline calls in a video interview with Law and Crime when he made the announcement that he was going to pursue these cases. The floodgates really opened. In a 10-day period, they got 3,200 calls. And then from the press conference on October 1st, they had 10,000 calls. There is he has an impending lawsuit, which has not been filed, included allegations that the Bad Boy Records founder had abused children, including a 9-year-old boy who alleged that he was SA'd while auditioning at a studio in New York. Other boys were there to audition as well, all of them trying to land a record deal, all of them minors. This individual was SA'd allegedly by Sean Combs and several other people at the studio with the promise to both his parents and himself of getting a record deal. Why I wanted to read this especially is because I had heard this, but I want you guys to really process this statement. This 9-year-old boy was SA'd allegedly by Sean Combs, Puffy, Diddy, and several other people at the studio. And why was this allowed to happen? With the promise to both his parents and himself of getting a record deal. That means, just like in the Mr. Kelly case, because if you read the documents and the testimony from R. Kelly's New York case, you read it with an objective eye, you'll see that the mother of one of them, I can't remember which one, the mother of one of them that didn't really want to sing, she was posing as her 16, 17-year-old daughter in text messages to R. Kelly so that her daughter could get on stage and go on tour and be a star. And I have to believe that there are more parents in that case, more parents in this case, more parents in all the cases we see in Hollywood and in the music industry, where the parents, I have to question how many of the parents are knowingly pimping out their kids, knowingly allowing these things to happen to them because they have been promised that they will get fame and fortune. Again, welcome on X, welcome on Insta. Hopefully I can figure out how to see myself on Insta after I go live. Let me see if I can go over here and see myself on the gram. Okay, maybe not. At some point, someday, I will figure out how to be able to see my own live stream on Instagram and not see it. Anyway, Hello everywhere. I appreciate you guys. We got 131 people across platforms watching. Here on YouTube, here on Insta, and then on X, and then I'm sure we have some people on Facebook. So please let people know that we're here. We're going to continue having this conversation. We're right now talking about Diddy. So again, like their parents are pimping them out. Now this, of course, all came about after he had been, after he was indicted on federal charges. So let's see, Diddy celebrities trying to bribe Diddy accusers. Because I saw this earlier today. Actually, we'll probably actually find this better on Insta. We'll find it better on the gram. Hang on one second. It was in Neighborhood Talk. That's where I saw this one. Let's see here. Where are we at? Here we go. So here's the Neighborhood Talk. Lawyer representing 120 victims against Diddy says major celebrities have started paying victims in order to avoid being publicly named for their involvement in the alleged assaults. According to, and over here, this is the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram. And then Buzzbee says, celebrities with big names have already started to quietly settle with the victims behind the scenes in order to keep their names out of the Diddy lawsuit. This is according to the attorney Buzzbee. These are individuals that allegedly took part in essays with Diddy. It comes after that he previously told TMZ he's giving the celebrities involved a chance to make things right before being exposed to the public via the victims' claims. Some apparently took the initiative to do so. His quote says, in every single case, especially cases like these, because it's in the best interest of the victim, we attempt to resolve these matters without the filing of a public lawsuit. And we've done that already with a handful of individuals, many of which you've heard of before. Keep in mind, Buzzbee plans to try all of these assaults as individual cases, including the ones from 25 minors. 25 minors. He says he sent out letters to all of these figures involved, and will also be pursuing anyone else that allowed the alleged events to happen, even if they were just standing in the room. So I don't know what you think about that. Like, do you think that if they were standing in the room, they should be held accountable? If so, I want you to leave me some comments, leave me some, like, do you think that they should be held accountable even if they were in the room? Like, I've often thought about Gene Deal that is going, he's Diddy's ex bodyguard, and he's been on Vlad, he's been everywhere, right? He has his own YouTube channel and all that jazz. And he talks a lot about, Diddy doing this and Diddy doing that. Now I understand he left in like right before 2008, I think, or in 2008. I get that. But how much did you witness? And if you knew it all this time, why didn't you do anything? Like that, I just have a problem with that too. Like, how much do we hold? Like, I guess, if they felt like they were going to be unalived, I mean, that would make sense to me, right? Oh, I know what I wanted to talk. Okay. So News Nation now, you guys need to go to News Nation and watch some of these. Like, I'm gonna share some of this stuff with you. I wonder if okay. Hopefully this will work. Hopefully. Hang on, gang. Hold on. I'm gonna blow this up. I think it's gonna be. Hang on. I think I can play it on YouTube because then I don't have to worry about there being any ads. News Nation. Okay, guys, you guys see this is how I end up doing all of what I do. Let's see, Diddy. Okay, here we go. Alrighty.
I mean, what are you here?
And then we're going to do this. And you guys ready? Make sure. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Hearing tonight.
I actually received the New York Post article from the person who contacted me to sell the tape. They sent me that article. I was not shocked by what I read in the article. I was hoping that even the client that I contacted would reach out and see and kind of alert that person.
So what she's talking about, guys, and guys, go to News Nation, either their website or you can watch it on YouTube, News Nation. This woman here has been talking about the fact that you remember there was like a tape that and it's of a high profile person, and they have not been sure whether or not this person, but they are now sure that this person that the video that the New York Post has or has seen, we're kind of unclear about all that they were a minor during the time of this recording and they had no idea they were being recorded. And so now this whole high profile person is trying desperately to buy this videotape before anyone else can get it. That's going to be a less scrupulous news outlet and then put the tape out. Now, you guys might recall way back when Diddy's mansions were raided, I told you that I brought to you at that point on X somewhere, I had heard the rumors that there was someone reportedly trying to sell the tapes, or they said they had tapes for sale. And I remember I said then, way back then, when he had gotten raided, I said, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if this was somebody from Diddy's camp or that was a Diddy adjacent, because he's going to need money for lawyers. I can't tell you, that's my alleged opinion. I mean, that's my opinion. It's not alleged, my alleged opinion. It's my opinion. So that's just my opinion, that it could be somebody that's Diddy adjacent. Because otherwise, how are you? And it could be somebody that just has it. But I have a weird feeling that it's somebody that's Diddy adjacent. Because I think if it was somebody that just had it, it would have been sold. But he's going to need money now. He's not going to have any money coming in. And there's more and more of these suits happening. Let's continue to watch.
That this was going on and to possibly help them. The person who has the tape really doesn't want to shop it around. They really want to help and wanted to directly sell it to that person, but it seems as if they are going elsewhere.
You know, we know that you've seen the footage. You talked about that last week when you were with us. So, you know, as you know who it is, and I know that you can't tell us who it is for all the reasons, right? But as you know who it is, and as we're moving through this story, and it's starting to really feel like it's unraveling, and you feel bad for the person, and we don't even know who it is there anything more you can tell us about that part of it?
I really do feel bad about the person. Part of the reason that I did come and say something outside of just to protect my own safety, but I wanted to sound the alarm essentially ring the dog whistle, if you will, to that person that maybe they should do something about this before it came out. If I was them, I would do something about this. And the only way to do anything is to do the catch and kill. That's the only way to ensure that it doesn't come out. You know, we're taught that God helps those who helps themselves. So if we have a situation where that person does have the opportunity to purchase the video, if I were them, I would absolutely purchase the video.
Wow. Well, do you think this is going to surface publicly? I mean, are we getting close to that moment?
From what I'm hearing, I think so. I'm hearing whispers that there is at least one major network, possibly two, in a bidding war for that footage. So
that's disgusting. Can we just say for a minute? That's disgusting. The fact that there are major news networks that would rather purchase this damn tape. Now, you see, I stopped it. I didn't mean to stop it here. So the post says that the partner is young, male, and famous. And I've heard in some spaces that this person is more famous than him, than Diddy. There's not that many men, young men. Honestly, and I'm gonna tell you something. There's a million and five reasons that I do believe that it is, that I believe it's Justin Bieber, because they said that, I believe it was at the Miami mansion that this was filmed. If you remember that really uncomfortable time period where he was, he and Justin he said that he had Justin for like 48 hours, and afterwards Justin was never the same. He was 14 or 15 at the time. The young man was never the same after that. And then he's talking about being I don't see who else it could be. Now, if you guys have other ideas, put it in the comments, put it in the chat. But if you have other ideas, then please, by all means.
So I believe we're sooner rather than later maybe finding out, unless that person comes and purchases the video themselves, which is really the goal of the people who have the video. They just, at this point, if that person doesn't want to purchase it, then it's going to go on the open market.
Wow. We've been hearing that this has been going on in Hollywood for a really long time. This is just the latest, but this is such a big deal, obviously, for all the people that are involved. Even if the sex was consensual, the footage was illegal, being obtained without the subject's knowledge. So how is this possible? How does the sale and the release of this work legally?
So I think that's the issue here. After reading a Post article, it seems that if the filming was not, the person was not aware that they were being filmed. So with that being said, that comes into a secondary issue of if this person was not aware, which is again why the first goal was not to take it to the open market. But then that's an issue for the purchaser who ends up purchasing the video. That's their legal problem to then overcome, not necessarily the seller's problem.
Right. Well, I've got to ask you, if you were an attorney for this A-lister, how would you handle this? Is there a way to make this go away other than the hush money thing? Is there anything that can be done legally?
It's not a hush money situation. There's a thing of value that is for sale. So in a legal sense, the only way to control it is to have possession of it, and to have possession of any and all copies. I saw from the New York Post article that there seems to be more than one person. I don't know who the other person is who purports to have this video. They may just be a copycat who's trying to capitalize off of the publicity and say that they have a copy. Again, I can only be sure of the person that I spoke to and the stills that I saw, and that they do have a copy. But if someone else has a copy, I don't know. I can't attest to that. However, the only thing to do is to control the situation. And the only way to control it is to have possession of it. And the only way to have possession of it is to purchase it. So that's really the only way to ensure this won't see the light of day. A lot of people settle cases, settle things, buy things, do catch and kills every day. This isn't out of the ordinary.
Right.
So if the person is that concerned about this seeing the light of day, where they're praying that it goes away, I can certainly tell that person, I hate to say prayer won't work in this situation.
Thanks for watching.
And that right there also tells me, ladies and gentlemen, that is probably Biebs. Because, he's been very, 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 he's really come out and been very open about his Christianity and everything like that. So I really honestly think that is who it is. Now, you heard her mention catch and kill. You may have heard that before also, because that was something actually that they basically were found in the Stormy Daniels case, I think it was, in New York. I think it was the Stormy Daniels case. I don't remember which one. They used the catch and kill concept to find Trump liable for whatever. But you just heard this attorney say people do catch and kill all the time. They buy a story, or they buy a video, or they buy a picture, or they buy someone's silence and say, if I pay you XYZ amount of money, will you kill this story and not put it out? It happens all the time. There's nothing illegal about it. Just a food for thought. We're going to talk about Garth Brooks, I think. And then I think we've been on an hour. Oh gosh, I don't even have time to talk about the election. We'll have to talk about that like maybe tomorrow night. Okay. Let's talk about Garth Brooks, because I don't want it to be said ever that I am not. I mean, I think that everybody that's doing tomfoolery needs to be exposed. So Garth Brooks, about 3 days ago, is when this hit the airwaves, is accused of in a lawsuit from a hair and makeup artist. October the 4th, from LA. A woman who says she worked as a hair and makeup stylist for Garth Brooks alleged in a lawsuit filed on Thursday that he R-worded her in an LA hotel in 2019. Very interesting. You thought it was, yeah, both could be true. I will say this with the tape. I'm just going back to the tape, guys, the Diddy tape. It was taken, from my understanding, and I'll see if I can find it. We'll circle back around. From my understanding, it was taken at okay, here we go. Where? Actually, it might be on Newsmax or News Nation. Here we go. All right, here's another one. Let's look at this one quick, gang. Let's look at this one, because I think this one might give us a little bit of different information. Here we go. This is from News Nation.
Contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is.
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before. So like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow. Can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on.
No, I can't explain who the person was, but
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it? Or
I've seen stills of the video.
okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video. And I can tell the video was pornographic in nature.
Oh my. All right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, did he? And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes. This was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta.
Oh, oops.
And it does seem that it.
I'm wrong. It was the Atlanta home. Okay. Maybe Jace, my friend. Child. Mm-mm. 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 Let me finish playing this. Hold on, y'all.
It's the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded it.
Mm-hmm. All right. I wanted to ask you about the police report we talked about, but when your client came out, obviously the neighbor knew. Did she talk to her family? Did she talk to her friends? Did she have another lawyer? Let's go back to your client.
So at the time, she, as most rape victims are, they feel a lot of shame.
Absolutely.
And they don't want to vocalize what happened to them because then it makes it real. So they kind of internalize it and get over it.
Mm-hmm.
And due to the high profile nature that it was Mr. Combs who did this, she was afraid for her life. She was concerned that if she was to come forward and say something, that no one would believe her, because we're talking about 2018 when Mr. Combs was still pretty much at the height of his career, still very much so an icon and influential figure.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just a young girl from Northern California who's gonna believe that he had done something to her like this. So she didn't tell anybody. She did not hire an attorney. All she did was make the police report in the hopes that maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, you're putting up a good. I wish so. Okay, so that took place at the wow. He did have custody of Usher. No, but Diddy had custody of Usher when Usher was a young boy. Hang on. Did Diddy have custody of Usher? Here. No, that's that one. I thought, okay, wait. All right, guys, I'm going to share my investigative prowess while I'm here with y'all. Okay, so when I said, Diddy said I had been given custody of him, he signed to Usher, and I had legal, here it is right here. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. So he did have legal custody. He had legal guardianship of Usher. So I believe Usher's mama gave him the custody. That's crazy. Gave him guardianship, right? That's the truth, right? Okay. All right, we got that. This looking more and more to me like We're going to bring this down. So back to what I was talking about earlier with the 9-year-old that was at the one of the young victims, the minor victims that's in that group of 120, and here's this 9-year-old boy that's at an open audition, and then he's allegedly essayed by Diddy and others because they promised his parents and him. I'm not it's one thing to promise a 9-year-old, if you do this with me, then I'm gonna make you famous and we're gonna sign you. It's a whole, and for that 9-year-old to believe you. I expect 9-year-old to believe you. I expect the 9-year-old to believe you. But to make the promise to his parents and to him, as if making the promise to him somehow made it better, like you as the parents, that tells me these parents knew. So first of all, who's snatching this kid from these parents? So here you have Usher's parents that signed him over. I think, if I'm not mistaken, did Justin Bieber's mother sign guardianship Okay. Usher was never granted legal guardianship of Justin, but he was a mentor and he signed at his first record deal at 14. So I would imagine it was a lot like what they were doing with R. Kelly, with a whole bunch of other like big mainstream artists. They would like send their kids and they would like, oh, I'm going to mentor them, and they would be on the road with them and live with them and all this other stuff. I mean, you saw that a lot, not just in the music industry, but how much time they would spend on sets, movie sets and things like that. It's just insane. Yeah, Diddy had custody of Usher. He had legal guardianship. That's why Usher had many issues with his mom, especially in his late teens and 20s. I would too. So this is my point, is just that these parents are signing these kids over, or these parents are just handing their children over like, here, make my kid a star. Now, hopefully that's not happening today, but I don't know. I can't tell you. But to me, anybody, even in the periphery, anybody, anybody that knew anything about this situation, at all deserves to be, and parents and everybody, they all deserve to be prosecuted. Every last one of them. I'm looking a few days ago, actually, somebody did drop the list. Oh, yep, here it is. This is an alleged list. So here, guys, you guys want to see the list? See, this is why X is so like ridiculous. Okay. All right, here we go. If you guys are ready. Now, this is an alleged list. Correct. Justin's mom did not give custody to Usher. She just let him take him at 14 and come back every once in a blue moon. All right. Listen, y'all. This here is an alleged list. alleged, completely alleged list that's on X. Alleged. I can't say alleged any more than I have already said alleged. Alleged. And I can't make it no bigger. You have to go find it. That's life, but not as we know it. I think they're on TikTok. P. Diddy party list names celebrities, politicians, and royalty. Now, this isn't the first place I've seen it, but this is one of the places this list looks familiar. At the top is Mr. Jay-Z, then his wife, then J-Lo, Kanye, Kim Kardashian. Now, this is interesting. Correct. But to me, that still makes her complicit. Like, she should have known what was going on with her child. This is what's interesting. Do y'all remember y'all might not know. Do y'all remember in the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like the Hulu version that's finally going off the air this year? Thank you, Jesus. And how was it last season or the season before last? Whenever they had Kanye and the whole breakup on there. And remember how Kanye said he was going to somebody to get to Ray J to get the tapes? Rumor has it that the tapes that Kanye went over there to get wasn't none of her and Ray J. Because, she got paid for them. What she care about? That's what made her famous. Her mama sold her out for that, her mama. That it was these tapes that they had figured somebody through some had other tapes, and that was these videos from the FOs. Now, I don't know. That's a truly alleged. I don't know. Naomi Campbell, Mary, Leonardo DiCaprio, Usher, which we would figure Usher probably did. Rihanna, Mariah Carey, Pharrell, Paris Hilton, JB. Now they saying that there's some fitty. I got a hard time believing this is what I see some of these names on here. I can't ride out with. I don't think Fitty would have no kind of. I don't know what kind of tapes of it Fitty would have, because I don't see Fitty frequenting. But that's a whole different story. Who this is? Oh, the one of the younger Kardashian Jenners. I can't see because of this thing here. Lil Kim, Drake, I can see that. Snoop, I can see that. Alicia Keys, oh, absolutely. Serena Williams, David Beckham, Victoria Beckham, Will Smith, Jada, Chris Brown, maybe. Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj, I don't know. That one I'm not sure of either. There's some people I'm just like, I mean, how much involvement were they at a function? Because there's a difference between being at a party and then participating in the after hours party. Like, you could be at the main party, but not be at the after party. You could also even be at the after party and doing normal stuff and not being involved with the FOs and the rituals. I'm just saying. Chris started mutilating his body after the incident with Rihanna. He sure did. You think he was there and sacrificed himself? You don't like Kanye. Why you don't like Kanye, Jace? We're going to have to talk about that. It happened before his incident with Rihanna. Remember, they went to Sean Combs' Miami house after. Oh. Savannah, you got you know what? See, girl, you coming with the timeline. You right. Okay, here we go. Just gonna get through this. Yeah. We ain't getting nothing else. After this, we out of here. We'll pick up on Garth tomorrow or something. Nikki Tyler, the creator. I don't know too much about him. Megan the Stallion. Maybe. Post Malone, Travis Scott, Ellen DeGeneres, Kevin Hart. Well, we know Kevin was at some of the parties because we've seen him on the videos. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what kind of level of involvement these people had. Just because you was at a party don't mean you was at a party. Now who was it? Gene Deal said that Jamie Foxx was, or was it Gene or somebody else? Talking about how Jamie Foxx was really down for the get down, but something had happened right before Jamie went into the coma and caught the mysterious pneumonia. You know, that same mysterious pneumonia that, Kim Porter exited out. You know, that same mysterious, that's a hell of a pneumonia. Oprah, Quincy, DJ Khaled, Lenny Kravitz, Madonna. I could see that. ASAP Rocky. Ooh, not ASAP. I guess he would have had to if he wanted to be hanging out with Rihanna. Ooh. Cardi, Kris Jenner, Lupita, not Lupita. Sean Penn, Tyrese Gibson, not Zendaya, not my girl, Zendaya. Y'all, I'm gonna be real hurt if Zendaya was participating in FOs. I'm really gonna be hurt because that's my girl. I mean, she really is that girl. No, Man, come on. Big Sean, Michael B. Jordan. Please don't be true. Okay. Future, Adele, Steve Harvey. Well, he did give his daughter over to him. Chris Rock, Nas. I could see that maybe at the early times. And maybe Nas is on the video. I don't know. Like I said, this is all alleged. This is coming from Little Southern Patriot. Lil LILSOUTHERN Patriot on TikTok. So this ain't me. I know, not MJB. I can't do that. So this is what I'm saying. Like some of these people, I would believe. I believe that most all these people probably at a party, but I don't know how their level of participation. As full of celebrities, exactly. But many did not stay for the after party. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so to me, the fact that they may have been videoed at a party does not necessarily mean they participated later on. Okay, we have Pharrell again. Lewis Hamilton. Who's that? Oh, he's a Formula One race car driver. I don't know. Joe Jonas, Sofia Vergara, Shakira, Demi Lovato, John Legend, Chrissy Teigen, Teyana Taylor, Floyd, Dr. Dre, LL, Swiss Beats, Lala, Blake Lively, and Ryan Reynolds, Mark Wahlberg, Cara, I don't know, Delevingne, Iggy Azalea. Well, she probably didn't participate because her rap career didn't go nowhere. So maybe Iggy wasn't down for it. Nick Jonas, Charlize Theron, Justin Timberlake. I can see that. Gigi Hadid, Bella Hadid, Zoe Kravitz, Diplo, Offset, Saweetie. I mean, she probably didn't participate either because her career went nowhere either. Like some of these people, you could tell didn't participate in the after party because they partied. They career didn't go nowhere. Kendrick Lamar, Lizzo, no, Lizzo. Meek Mill, Normani, Miguel, Halle Bieber, Jaden Smith. Yeah. Here we go with the royalty. Prince Harry, Princess Beatrice of York, Princess Eugenie of York, Princess Charlotte, Casaraghi of Monaco. Oh my. Prince Albert II. Somebody, Shekinah Mozah Bint of Qatari. Princess Madeleine of Sweden. Crown Prince Pavlos of Greece. And Marie Chantal. Lady Victoria Hervey. Countess Luann de Lesseps. Not from Real Housewives. Stop playing. Princess Firel of Jordan. Lady Kitty Spencer. Ooh. Now the politicians. Here we go. Your family is from South Miami, and it was no secret what was going on Star. Savannah, we're going to have you up here. We're going to talk, sister. Oh, that's right. The Lizzo allegations. How could I forget that? Mm-hmm. So Baraka Michelle, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Andrew Cuomo, Cory Booker, Bill Clinton. Now we know Bill and Hillary both was at them freaky parts. We know Bill, and I ain't even trying to be funny right now, but you know Bill was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane like 50 million times. He had frequent flyer miles, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm being serious. He was on that plane so many times. He had frequent flyer miles. So that ain't no shock to me. That what I believe down. And I believe they were both was at the after party. The after parties. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, not Ms. Harris. Not Kamala. Okay, here we go. Well, why are you gonna have her name on here? See, this ain't right. While there's no record of the Vice President Harris attending Diddy parties, they have crossed paths at various events tied to voter mobilization and political activism. During her campaign for the vice presidency, Diddy publicly supported the need for voters. So don't put her name on here. See, that's what I'm not going to stand for. Don't put her name on a list that she didn't even attend the goddamn parties. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just like here's some other ones. Matter of fact, you're going to make me go back. Because how y'all going to say that? How we... So these people, from what I'm seeing, these political people, we're not saying they was at the Diddy parties. We're saying that they was at the same event. So you could miss me with that bull. See, I don't like that. Okay, well, I'm gonna get off of here because they done pissed me off. Now I don't trust none of it. Now I don't trust none. Not a lick or a Louis. Now the celebrities, yes. All these celebrities are his 50th birthday bash. Okay, there's a video of them celebrating his birthday. Absolutely. So what we need the actual list. We need the actual list. Now, Elon said he got the Diddy and the Epstein list. That's what Elon said. I want both of them lists. Okay, y'all, I've been on here too long. I said I was going to stay on here an hour. Ooh, we didn't even get through everything. We didn't get through Garth. We didn't get through the rest of the tomfoolery. Okay, so I will probably be back on here. I'll try to get back on here tomorrow, or I'll record a video and drop it. I just like to have some discussion and just give you guys a chance to chit chat in the chats. So yeah, just come on out. We're gonna talk tomorrow. I guess we'll talk a little bit more tomorrow. I'll be monitoring the storm. Those of us that are praying people and those of us that do other type of energy work, let's try to divert the storm as much as possible and lessen its strength. Florida does not need to get hit that hard again. And then, we'll have some more discussions about some more things. Remember, go to soulfulreconnection.net. That's soulfulreconnection.net. It is free for you to sign up for the virtual summit that's happening this weekend that will be broadcast on YouTube, on X, and I might broadcast it on Rumble as well. But in order to get the free resources and to get kind of your backstage pass, I can hold 1,000 in this room here on StreamYard, where you kind of are backstage with us. In order to be able to do any of that, you will, and to get your questions answered, you will need to sign up and then get into the backstage. But if you do purchase the VIP ticket, that's only $29. That $20 of that $29 ticket at soulfulreconnection.net, that will then go towards Hurricane Helene victims here in North Carolina. I do have a solid group to give the money to, that I know that either the cash, which some people need cash, and or supplies are going to get to the people that it needs to get to. Plus, you're going to have 2 4-hour days of some amazing interviews that will be conducted by me, of those that are of some wonderful women that are affiliated with Lightworker Academy, that have either taken some courses or things like that of mine. And so I'm happy to be able to bring them on and introduce them. And it's everything from professional to personal development. So there you go. VP was at an event with SC. SC? Who's SC? Oh, Sean Combs. Yeah, she never attended a party. Neither did. But that's why I just said all the political people that were on that list, looking at it, they were just at events. So that's the way to take everything with a grain of salt, guys. I want to know who's at the after parties. Right? So, okay, guys. So that's what we're going to be doing. So go sign up for that summit. The first 1,000 get backstage passes, so to speak, to the StreamYard backstage here. You can still watch it everywhere. That's totally fine. But in order to get access to any of the gifts from and resources from the speakers, as well as then be able to get access to the VIP, you do need to sign up at soulfireconnection.net and go on and just give that link out to anybody who you feel could use a little empowerment and uplifting this weekend on the personal and professional front. This has been a blast, guys. We're going to get on and talk a little bit more again very, very soon. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. And as always, peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys so much. Namaste.